Welcome to Chapter 2, page 16, Why Might Objectives Change as Business Evolves? As a business develops and evolves over time, its aims and objectives are likely to change. Now, let's together look at the definition of the word evolve. It is to develop and change gradually over a long period of time. Why does a business evolve? This is usually because businesses have to respond to events or changes in circumstances. Now, let's look at some examples. But before we continue, let's take a real-life example of a business that had to change due to certain circumstances. Do you remember the age of DVDs? Well, it was founded by CEO Reed Hastings in 1997, and the company was called Netflix. And today, they have around 109 million subscribers, so they are all watching movies on demand. But Hastings had a vision. In 2001, his vision was to stream movies over the internet direct to our screens at home. He was experimenting for years, and he wanted the customers to get used to the idea of streaming rather than renting DVDs. Netflix started out by mailing DVDs to customers, but then they became disruptive innovators, and they started even to produce and write their own shows. And today, they are labeled as the tech innovators alongside Facebook, Amazon, and Google. So Netflix has changed the way we consume entertainment. So they innovated new ways for customers to watch their favorite movies. So this was a real-life example to help us understand how a business can evolve. Now, let's look at the reasons why businesses evolve and change their objectives. The first one is market conditions. Businesses operate in dynamic markets, and that means they have to deal with regular changes. Now, let's look at this figure together to understand the market conditions better. So, market conditions may change if a new entrant enters the market. Let's imagine the case of a small coffee shop that exists in a specific location, and then a new entrant, which is a multinational coffee shop, opens next to it. The small coffee shop will feel threatened because the multinational coffee shop is making offers and is setting low prices to attract customers. Another reason why market conditions may change is because a rival may introduce a new product to the market. The perfect example is when phones changed from regular phones to smartphones. This caused the mobile phone companies to change their phones into smartphones in order to stay up to date with the technology and remain competitive in the market. And finally, there could be a decline in the economy. For example, if trading becomes difficult as a result of changing market conditions, a profit-seeking business may decide that survival is more important until the market settles down. So when market conditions change, businesses have to set new objectives to survive. Another reason why objectives change is technology. As the pace of technological development increases, businesses may have to adjust their objectives. Now, let's look at this figure together to see some of the technological development that forces the business to change their objectives. The first one is automation. And what is automation? It is the use of computers and machines instead of people to do a job. Let's take an example. A manufacturer that introduces more automation into production may decide to switch its objective to sales growth. This might be necessary to lower costs. Automation increases sales and lower costs because there is less human error, and the machines are more productive and work for longer hours. We can see this a lot in the automotive or the car industry. Another reason is to exploit economies of scale. A business may be under pressure to sell more in order to exploit economies of scale. Now you may ask, what is economies of scale? Economies of scale is the financial advantages of producing something in very large quantities. So the cost will fall. The best example is when supermarkets bulk buy food at lower costs and then sell them at higher prices. And finally, a business may decide to win a larger share of the market by introducing online selling technology. In this way, the company will access a larger market and increase their sale due to the technological advancements of online selling.